Everyone, Random Randy here. This is Yarn Talk episode 82. I'm filming this on my phone, so I'm going to try and keep it kind of short and sweet. I only have a few things to show. Life has been insane. I will probably do a separate life update video as to what all has been happening in my world. If you're in the Facebook group, you already know. But yeah. So, I do have a few things finished, but not very many, and they're mostly the things that I showed you I was working on last time I did a yarn talk. So one is this right here, which is the granny square. I believe it was supposed to be a Valentine's basket, but I did mine with a bunch of green scraps and actually sewed it onto plastic canvas and seamed it together. I might go through and do like a cloth liner of some sort to put on the inside just so nothing snags on any of these edges, and it did make it a little more sturdy, but it is pretty solid. I really like the way that it turned out. It's had a bunch of scraps in it for a while now, and I will show you what the scraps are from in a few minutes. So that's one thing that's done. The other thing is all I had to do was put the face on this little critter right here, and this is my perfect Cappuccino, which is a pattern that I designed, and I was planning on doing like puff paint and felt, and then I just ended up stitching it on with regular yarn, but it's super cute. On top of this large one, I'm going to modify the pattern to make a smaller keychain-ish sized one, and then offer both of those together as a PDF, and I'll make a video for one of them, probably for the smaller one, just because it's so much quicker to make than this. I mean, this is pretty sizable as far as a worsted weight amigurumi with a teeny hook goes, so that. And Hunter is homesick from school today, so if you hear loud kids in the background, that's life. If you don't like it, oh well, I've still got children, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So, one other thing that I have completely finished, and then a thing that's partly done. It is what I am calling my pizza Hangetsu shawl. And I don't know if I can lean back far enough without tipping myself over. But the Hangetsu shawl is my own design. It is a half circle-ish shawl. You can see the way that the neck shapes. It drapes really well. And the way that it drapes, you actually don't even have to pin it. It just kind of falls under your arms, and you can hold it like this so it looks like a shrug, or you could pin it in the back. Or you could wrap it and pin it. I made this with Lion Brand Cupcake in the Sunny Day colorway, and I used almost an entire ball for this. There was maybe one color change worth of yarn left from just one ball, and it's kind of shawlette sized, but last time I showed it to you guys, I was where the little pizza charm is. I made this pizza charm. I need to do some more clay stuff. It's been a while. It's got a little super cute kawaii face on it. Teeny tiny happy pizza. So now I can take that off now that it's done, actually, so I can use that for something else and not lose it or have my kids steal it. It happens a lot too. But with how light this is, and I mean, looking at it, if you're wondering why I'm calling it the pizza Hangetsu, sauce, cheese, crust. And instead of the edging that I did in my video tutorial, which is here on my channel if you want to make your own half circle shawl, I just did kind of a modified picot. I did one every fourth stitch all the way along the border. And I didn't go back around and do one across the top because that would have totally messed with the color along the top. And the only other yarny thing that I have that I've been working on consistently is me really wanting to use up some of the bulky yarn that I had and some other scraps to make a cardigan. I just wanted something that was kind of heavy and comfy that would be good for throwing on in the evening when it's cooler during spring and summer. So I came up with this, which again, I'll try and lean back far enough, but it is going to be a half zip pullover. And I made it with a lot of different yarns, and it is very heavy. I'm probably going to have to take some of my scraps, which this is the scraps that were living in the bucket from making this. That's 2 strands of worsted weight that I was holding together in some parts of it. But I took my black fleece that I wear occasionally in my videos and pretty much copied the pattern and translated it into yarn. So this is what it looks like right now. And the sleeves, towards the end, I used double-stranded worsted weight instead of the bulky weight because I was running out of it. But just to show you how much bulky weight yarn I did use before I started using the teal and blue and gray scraps. So the sparkly yarn, which is this section right here, is kind of like Red Heart's answer to homespun. And it is actually a 6, a super bulky, and it's Red Heart Stellar in the Comet colorway. There's some of that here in the sleeve, the little bits that are kind of shiny. Used 2 of those. I think I had a little ball like this big left. And I used all 5 of the skeins of Charisma Tweed Hues in Cappuccino. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, I have never seen a bluish greenish cappuccino. Kind of funky color name choice there, but that's all of this other stripy stuff that you see. Let me stand up so I can show you the rest of it looks like. And I'm just doing ribbing along the bottom, but it's kind of short. It hits me right at where my belt is, and I want it to be a few inches longer, so I'm probably going to double strand the other worsted weight that I was using and add a couple more inches of ribbing along the bottom. I like the way that this fits though here. Like I said, I'm going to put in a zipper here so that I can zip it up just to take it off, because I don't like having to stretch something to put my head through it to put it on, but I didn't want it to be completely open either. So there's that. But I really like it so far. It is super duper heavy. Very, very heavy. Big fan of it. So squishy and soft. But yeah, there you can really see the sparkle in the stellar, which is pretty awesome. So that is all of the yarny stuff I have for now. I am working on getting the pattern for the Cappuccino finished up. I need to finish my second version of the spiked punch top. I got all the ends woven in on it and only have a few more inches of decreases to do before doing the border on it, so it's really not too far off. I just haven't been about it lately, like at all. And the other thing that I have is some bags that will be up in my shop soon, and hopefully there will be even more of them soon. And no, I still don't have my good sewing machine back, because after calling 2 or 3 times a week for the last 3 weeks, the last time I spoke to the owner of the shop was a couple weeks ago, and I called him Wednesday and he said it would be ready by Friday. I'm like, okay, cool. Friday came and went, no contact, nothing. Called them twice the following week, left a message. No response. Called them twice this week. No response. Just drove out to the freaking shop yesterday because I figured it was the only way I was probably going to get in touch with anybody. And the owner's son was there. And apparently his father, who does all of the repairs, is currently in the hospital and on oxygen. So I'm like, well, that's really unfortunate. And I do hope that he gets better soon. But could you maybe have checked the messages and contacted people? So, if I haven't heard anything back in 2 weeks, I'm going to go out there and tell them I'll pay for the part but I'm not paying for any labor since it hasn't been worked on, and I will take it to another shop because I really need my freaking machine like a month ago. It's been there for over a month at this point, and I'm losing my mind. But my much cheaper machine and I finally seem to be on goodish terms. So after I do the next round of bags I have cut, I'm going to clean it out really good, and hopefully everything will keep going smooth until I can get my good machine back, because yeah. So anyway, that super fun. So I have some bags. I don't have a lot of bags, but I have some. I have 2 bags that are the small size. I usually call them sock size bags because you could fit a cake of yarn and a smallish project. You could do like a hat or something, but you wouldn't want to try to put an afghan or anything in here because it totally would not work. So first one is with some scrap fabric from this cute little llama / alpaca print that I did make a couple full-size bags with. Outside is the llamas, inside is the purple. It's got the handle and the drawstring and the box bottom. Not as boxed as a normal bag because it's a much smaller bag. I also have a bag that size in this adorable little purple kitty playing with yarn print. It actually says meow right there on the fabric. So this kitten bag is the same size as the leftover llama bag. And I actually have 4 of this, but one of them is an oops. So there are 3 like this that are as they're supposed to be. This is my normal sized bag with the big old wide bottom. It's got the handle. Has the interior thingy for hanging stitch markers. So there are 3 like this, and there's one that is an oops that will be slightly cheaper because I was having a day and I just wasn't having it. So this one is just a sack. No handle, no interior tab, because I couldn't be bothered to go back with my seam ripper and take it out to put the handles in because I forgot to when I sewed it. Still the same size, just doesn't have a handle and the tab inside of it. So it's going to be a couple bucks cheaper. And this one has the butterfly print. Some of them have the butterfly print, but some of them have the mottled purple splotchy color in it. So there's that. And I also have somewhere in the realm of 10 or 15 more bags that are cut. So that's gonna all be added to my shop hopefully in the next week or 2, because I've been sitting on my hands waiting for my machine and it's apparently not gonna be back to me anytime soon. So gotta work with what I have for now. So that is everything that I have for now. Today is the 8th of May, and this will probably be up tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure. Today is Wednesday right now. Got some stuff to get taken care of this afternoon. And yeah, so thank you so much everybody for sticking around. Thank you to all of my awesome patrons over at patreon.com/randomrandy, and I'm going to be adding all of their names in a little roly doohickey that will go up at the end of everything. And I need to put in a pattern or 2 for them for this month too. So that's another reason to get the Cappuccino and the Spiked Punch patterns finished. See? Motivation. Gotta deliver to people. Motivation. So I hope that everybody is enjoying the slightly more summerly weather that we are starting to have, as May is fully upon us now. It's supposed to be 86 degrees here by the end of the week, and it was 50 degrees 2 weeks ago, so that's fun. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching, or I'm never going to stop talking, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.